Некоторые в Тбилиси считают, что Москва словами Геннадия Онищенко о допуске грузинских вин на российский рынок выкидывает белый флаг перед Грузией, от которой зависит вступление России во Всемирную торговую организацию. Что бы вы сказали по этому поводу?
Никакого белого флага нету, не надейтесь, ни перед кем никогда мы не склоняли голову. Перед нами склоняли голову все великие державы. И Китай, Япония, Германия, Франция, и в том числе и США. А допуск вин, я думаю, что здесь проблема в целом общая. Мы прекращали допуск на наш рынок любых товаров. Из Молдавии, и из Белоруссии, поэтому прямой связи
Владимир
с
Вольфович.
отношением Грузии к вступлению России в ВТО и проблемами, связанными с каким-то экспортом в Россию, я думаю, нету. Рычагов достаточно у России, чтобы повлиять на Грузию и получить от нее нужное для России решение. С винами, без вин, с таможней, без таможни. Решение будет найдено. Об этом договорятся в Вашингтоне и в Москве. В Брюсселе и в Китае, в Пекине. Только 4 столицы в мире. Вашингтон, Брюссель, Москва, Пекин. Все, 4 столицы. Больше никто ни на что влиять не может. И лишний игрок в международных отношениях. 4 столицы всегда договорятся. Обама, представитель Евросоюза, Медведев, представитель Китая. Все, они вчетвером договорятся. При этом китаец приедет в Москву, согласится с позицией Москвы. Европейцы приедут в Москву, согласятся с позицией Москвы. И американцы приедут в Москву, как Байден сейчас был. И обо всем договорятся. Проблем нету. Все решают только 4 столицы. При этом Вашингтон не имеет будущего. Америка искусственное государство рухнет. Европа старая, так сказать, уже континент, который никакой роли не играет. Китай на пороге взрыва. И остается космическая держава Россия. С огромными деньгами, ресурсами и новым оружием, о котором еще никто не знает. Любую часть планеты уничтожим в течение 15 минут. Ни одного взрыва, ни одного, так сказать, всплеска, там, луча какого-то лазерного, там, молния. Нет, тихо, спокойненько. Целые континенты будут спать вечным сном.
А может вы нам подробнее расскажете, как вы собираетесь это делать?
Все остальное. Вот цунами сейчас, Япония. Вы Курилы хотели? Вот вы будете разбирать обломки всех ваших зданий. И сдохните все 120 миллионов, если вы еще потребуете Курила от нас. Так и все остальные пусть подумают о своем будущем. О своем будущем пусть думают. Тоже мне еще грузинские вина и там какие-то наблюдатели. Они хотите, чтобы забыли слово Грузия в мире? И будет русско-турецкая граница. Вот подумайте, пускай Саакашвили об этом. То цунами будет другое. В другой части Кавказа.
You know, they were talking about climate change yesterday, and now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right. Lasers now could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York. Professor, nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing Al Gore and Bill Clinton there together with Charlie, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they did not get into this discussion, though. But it is fascinating. I mean, lasers, really, to change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. This is potentially a game changer.
But this is experimental.
It's experimental. However, in the laboratory so far it works. When you have water vapor and you have dust particles or ice crystals, you can precipitate rain. It condenses around the seeds. These seeds can also be created by laser beams. By firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning.
Go ahead.
Well, this fascinates me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong. Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to.
Alleged to, right.
Yeah.
Now, we realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam.
So what does it mean for drought areas that need to have rain for crops? And if they don't have them, there's the consequences of famine.
Well, the bad news is if it's a clear blue sky, it's not going to do anything at all because it only takes water vapor that's already in the air and condenses it. However, for floods, for agriculture, farmers, for people planning wedding parties, football games, you name it, outdoor events and agriculture and flooding and even hurricanes, all of them could be subject to weather modification.
Incredibly interesting, Professor Michio Kaku. Thank you so much.
And this is an actual crisis. Got it?
And now, a pseudoscience-based climatology moment from one of Hollywood's premier climate cultists, Jennifer Aniston.
Russell Crowe could not be here with us tonight because he is at home in Australia protecting his family from the devastating bushfires.
Well, fasten your seatbelt, guys and gals, because we're about to be taken for a virtue signaling ride from a hypocritical, hyper-carbon-emitting Hollywood elitist with a Godzilla-like carbon footprint.
He sent along this message in case he won.
Oh, good. A message from another disconnected Hollywood puppet who wants to manipulate us with his hypocritical rhetoric. So, Russell Crowe, what do we need to know about the Australian fires?
Make no mistake, the tragedy unfolding in Australia is climate change based.
Climate change based.
Hey, baby. How come this Jennifer girl's face ain't moving right? She is human, ain't she?
Make no mistake, the tragedy unfolding in Australia is climate change based.
No, you make no mistake, Jennifer and Russell. Even fake stream media admits that the Australian fires are arson-based, not climate-based. And even if there was climate change and it's caused by humans, climate change is caused by humans in government who have in the past and now claim to currently control the weather with certain modification techniques.
How dare you?
How dare I? It's your psychopathic masters controlling the weather, Greta.
And they use that control as a force multiplier as they plan to own the weather by 2025. Ironically, these are the same people that you Hollywood hypocrites want taxing us more so that they can pay for their nonsensically expensive green new steel.
We need to act based on science, move our global workforce to renewable energy, and respect our planet for the unique and amazing place it is. That way, we all have a future. Thank you.
We need to act based on science.
Oh, like this kind of science, Jennifer?
I've got an experiment for you. Safety glasses on. By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees.
Now, at this point, if there are children in the room or you're easily offended by language, put it on mute or just leave the room. Okay, that was your chance. Take it away, Bill Nye, the pseudoscience propagandist guy.
What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up.
I don't know about you, but this has a real problem, reaction, eek, the sky is falling kind of feel to it.
Run for your lives! Everyone run for cover! Let's go west! Mayday! Mayday! Code red! You're all in danger!
You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it?
The sky is falling! The sky is falling! The sky is falling? Are you crazy?
And this is an actual crisis. Got it?
Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
So, okay, the sky is falling and we're all gonna die. So what do we do, AOC?
We need to support the biggest solution that's on the table.
Yeah, biggest solution. But what specifically do we need to do?
We need to bite the bullet on the cost. Because the alternative to not spending the money is A, death, and B, spending even more money.
I understand. We only have about 11 years left, so what we really need to do in haste is shovel a ton of cash over to the politicians who helped create the problem in the first place, and that'll make everything okay. Okay, I get it.
We need to act based on science, move our global workforce to renewable energy, and respect our planet for the unique and amazing place it is. That way, we all have a future. Thank you.
Spoken like a true fear-mongering, MKUltra, mind-controlled, Hollyweird puppet. Guys, if you enjoy these short videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give them a thumbs up, and share them with everybody you know. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored Shadowban video.